Dear students, welcome back to Object-Oriented Programming using Java. This is VSN Kumar, Department of Computer Science, Archer Degree College, Kakinada. In the last section, I explained switch statement. Before that, if statement. Both are decision control statements. It means there will be a condition. If the condition matches, it executes a set of block, and if the condition is false, it executes another set. That means among two or more alternatives, it will select the one. That is completely depending on the condition you are writing. Now, basing on switch and if statement, I will give you some examples. Okay, observe the examples that are relating to switch. Okay. Now, here my problem is Java program to make a calculator using switch case. Make a calculator means I am not going to show you the frame of the calculator where there will be a buttons and plus minus, not like that. To design such a type of calculator, you required AWT or applet. But meantime, the internal core part I am telling you, that is, here my program aim is, it will ask you two numbers. Ask you two numbers. Here I wish to give the two numbers because multiplication is there. That's why I am going to take two W values. For example, 5.0, then 2.5. These are the two numbers I want to take. You already know how do you accept two numbers. So that's why I defined num1, num2. These two are the type of double. After performing any addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, you get the answer in double only. So that's why to keep result in a variable, I am going to take another variable output. Now I want to read two numbers. For reading two numbers or for reading anything from keyboard, we commonly use a class scanner. Whenever there is a scanner, there is a requirement of util package. Okay, observe it. Import java.util.start. From the scanner, I am creating an object. Scanner is the object. New scanner system.in. Now using this object scanner, I am going to read two values. What is my first value? Into the num1. Num1 equal to the scanner dot next double. Again num2 is equal to scanner dot next double. Just I am accepting two numbers. And then what type of operation you want to perform? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now this is the time I want to perform division. This is the symbol I want to enter. So now I want to read this symbol also. Here the symbol is a character, one character. In Java, reading a single character directly is not possible. So that's why with the help of the scanner, it is not possible directly. So that I am reading a string. From the string, I want to take first character. I want to read a string. Of course, it looks like slash. In the string concept, it looks like a slash, but there will be some embedded characters after slash. But I want only slash only. That means whatever the string you want, you may enter. In the string, I need the first character, that is 0th position. Array, as you know, array, there is 0th position, that is slash. So that for reading the slash, what I am using? Scanner.nest. The purpose of scanner.nest will take a string. Of course, I don't want to give string, I want to give slash. So that now I will give you slash. Already nest is for reading strings, but I want a single character slash only. That's why I need the first position operator, first position character. That's why what you are reading through scanner.nest dot char at of 0, because char at is a character function. The purpose of char at is at the position of 0, because slash after there will be some embedded characters will be there, but the 0th position means first position there is a slash is there. It will cut that slash and copy that slash into operator. So that's why I defined operator as char, because single character. So whenever you are going to read a nest, it means you are giving slash, along with the slash there will be some embedded characters will go, so that from the complete string it will take 0th position. 0th position means slash. That slash will be assigned to operator. Now I will check if operator is plus, addition. If operator is minus, subtraction. If operator is into, multiplication. If operator is slash, division. So that I am showing you in the next screen. Now switch operator. If operator is plus, in the switch I told you, you have to use either integer or character. Now I am using character. So that here the operator is plus. Plus is a single character. That's why I given it single quotation. And also the operator is the type of char. So in switch it is possible to give either integer or char. Of course, I take a slash from nest, scanner.nest, and from that nest I extracted the first character assigned to operator. If operator is plus, okay, no. If operator is minus, no. If operator is into, no. If operator is by, yes. Now the condition is true here. So it comes to this case where number 1 by number 2, that is 5 by 2.5. You get the answer 2.0. 2.0 because output is also double. Now break means it will leave this block and go to after switch. Here the switch ends. Break will throw you outside. So that here what you are using, number 1, what I given number 1, 5.0 space, operator, what the operator I given, slash, and number 2, 2.5. After that there is a colon I given, you get the answer output 2.0000. It will print the answer like this. So this is my program. Okay, carefully watch my program. Here I want to take two numbers. Here I am taking two numbers using scanner. To read scanner, I define scanner object, and then I want to read an operator. To read operator, what I am using, scanner.nest. It will read a string. Whatever the character you want, you may give. But even if you are going to give slash, it will take some extra characters. That extra characters I want to trunk. So that's why char of 0, because in the given slash, in the given operator, after operator there will be some embedded characters. So that char of 0 means take only 0th position. 0th position means first position I given slash or into, it will take that operator. In case if the character is not plus, what is the character given is not plus, not minus, not into, not by, then it will come to the default, it will show you the message, you have entered wrong operator, and wrong operator, then come down. So number 1 operator symbol, number 2, and output will be 0, 0, 0. Okay. This is your program, how you are going to compare the characters and how you are going to read a single character. This line is most important. Why I am writing this line? Without dot char of 0, try to run this program. After adding this dot char of 0, run this program, then you will get automatically. Okay. See this program. Be sure in the above line we are going to write import java dot util dot star. This is program title. Don't type this one. It is the title of the program. From this place, continuation is here. You type up to double closing brace. Okay. This is my first program. After that, I am going to give you another program to check vowel or consonant using switch case. Okay, I will enter A. The system has to give the reply vowel. If I am going to C, it is going to give you consonant. That's all. The system will ask a single character, remember slash. In previous case, I accepted a single character slash or into. Here also the single character. Using scanner, it is not possible to read single character. So that's why you are going to use char of 0. So that here class name, publish static void, I want to read a character. So that's why I want to read a character. That's why I defined a scanner equal new scanner system.in. Now I want to read a single character A, B, C or 5, anything. So that char ch equal to scanner.nest. Here I given the object name scanner.nest. It will read a string. but I want only one character, that is first character, dot character of 0. That character will be assigned to CH. You may see here, enter a character, this will read a character. Along with the character, what are the other embedded characters will be there, that will be truncated. What a 0th position means the first position, what the symbol is given. For example, C I given, that C will be going to CH. Of course, no need to close this scanner. Even if you close, it means you are not ready to read any other characters, because the reading is over up to this line. Okay. If you want to read further readings using scanner object, you don't write this close. Okay. Now, what are the characters there in CH? I want to find it is vowel or consonant. As you know already, vowel, A, E, I, O, U, these are the vowels. Other than A, I, O, U, remaining everything will be consonants. So that what I am doing here is vowel is false. Now, don't give double semicolon, okay. False or true. If you want to give false or true value to any variable, you need to define that variable using boolean. Boolean is a data type, it will take either true or false. Why I given this is vowel? At first the given character is A, E, I, O, U, I will check it. If it is A, E, I, O, U, I change this is vowel to true. Is vowel to true. When is vowel is true, it means the character you entered is vowel. For example, in case I am going to give A. So, assume A, E, I, O, U. A belongs to A, E, I, O, U, one of the character. So that I will make this is vowel to true. When is vowel is true, it means the given character is vowel. Okay, if I am going to give C, C is not in A, E, I, O, U. So that I never change this is vowel. So that what is vowel value? False. It means when is vowel is false, it is consonant. When is vowel is true, it is vowel. Okay. So how we are going to write this switch? Switch CH. If the given character is A or E, I, O, U or capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U. Because the user may enter a character either small letters or capital letters. Remember, I am not mentioned any break. Even I did not write any statement also. It means this set represents the given character is A, E, I, O, U. For example, I given capital A. That means this case is not small a, it is not E, I, O, U, but here it is capital A. So among all cases, one of the case matches. So that immediately it will come to, once it matches in one case, it won't object, it will come down automatically. I told you, if you are not writing any break statement, what happens? It will continue. Because first selection of the case is depending on switch, later on it is not depending on switch. So here it is matching, but there is no break, that will come to the E, I, O, U, here is vowel equal to true. So this is what is called switch. This is what is called switch. Now I am going to use this is vowel. How? If is vowel is true, yes, is vowel is true. So what it will print? CH, the given character A is vowel. In case if not, that's why else. It will come to else. For example, if is vowel is not true, means false, it will come to else. In else, I want to check all characters. For example, is it A? Sorry, A. So A is vowel, leave it. B, C, D, F, G. Okay. Like this, we are going to compare. So that if CH greater than or equal to A and CH less than or equal to small z. If the given character is between small a and small z, if this given character is capital A and capital Z, then what I am going to write? The given character is consonant. For example, in case if the given character is not between A to Z, that will come to this else, input is not an alphabet. This is my program. I am closing. Now we will check it once again. Now I want to enter a character 5. Now see this program clearly. This is a starting phase. This is one phase, first phase. Then come to second page. What the character I given? 5. Check that. He is given character CH is AEIOU? No. No case matches with that value. So my switch will not execute any case value. That means is false, is false. So is vowel is false. So come down. Is vowel is true? No, it is false. So that comes to else. Now what are the character I given? 5. Is the 5 is between small a to z? No, it is a digit. Is it between capital A to z? No, it is a digit. The both conditions are false. When both conditions are false, it come to else. It will print input is not an alphabet. Okay. See this one. Okay. Clearly see this program. Okay. This is the first screen. Then the second one. Then the third one. Okay. Now this is regarding switch. But one thing, observe what are the programs I am presenting here, and you have to execute it, write it and execute it on the system. That is not a big thing. But one important thing here is, don't forget to practice. When I am explaining, you may understand or may not understand. Try to execute it on the system. Now coming to the concept. Another one. Just I want to concentrate on if statement. Arrange 3 numbers in ascending order. For example, I am going to take 3 numbers 5, 3, 6. What the output I want? Ascending order. Ascending order means small value will be printed first. What is the small value? 3. What is the next to small? The remaining 2. What is the next to small value? 5. Finally 6. I want this program. Means here like find a big number in 3 numbers like that. I want to give 3 numbers. For reading 3 numbers, scanner. So scanner, some AA I created, new scanner system.in. Now I want to read 3 numbers. Int number 1 equal to AA dot nested. AA means scanner. From the scanner I am reading the first integer, second integer, third integer. Remember, publish static void main as usual, class name, nothing new, everything is common. Okay. This is my first screen. Now the next one. Okay. How do you print very small value first? How do you print next to small? How do you print highest value? Do one thing. Check this first number. Check this first number. Is 5 is less than, assume it is A, it is B, it is C. Is it A less than B and A less than C? No. Is it A less than B and A less than C? No. Because A is not smaller than remaining 2. Then come to the B. Is B less than A? Yes. B less than C? Yes. Then you are going to print 3. What are the remaining numbers? 5 and 6. Then again you compare. Is B less than C? Yes. Then you are going to print B and C. That is the case. In case, for example, 7, 4, 2. Is 7 less than 4? No. 7 less than 2? No. Leave the 7. Then come to the 4. 4 less than 7? Yes. Is it 4 less than 2? No. Leave it. Then 2. Because I need a small value. Compare to 2 less than 7? Yes. 2 less than 4? Yes. Then print 2. What about the remaining values? 7, 4. Then compare 7 less than 4? No. Then which is small? 4. Then print 4. The other item 7 you are going to print. That is my logic. According to my logic, what I am doing here. Okay. 7, 15, 9. The values are given like this. This is number 1, number 2, number 3. Assume that I given 3 values in the previous screen. Now check it. Is it number 1 less than number 2? Is it 7 less than 15? Yes. Number 1 means 7. Number 2 means 15. 7 less than 15? Yes. And is it number 1 less than number 3? 7 is less than 9? Yes. 7 is less than 15, 7 is less than 9. That means 7 is small. Here the both conditions are true. Both conditions are true. So that's why what will be printed? System out dot println number 1, that is 7 will be printed. Then remaining what are the other numbers? Number 2, number 3. Now within the same, this is nested if. In if there is another if. In if there is another if, it is nested if. In the nested if, is number 2 less than number 3? Is it number 2 means 15 less than 9? No, wrong. So come to this else. This inner if is false, that's why go to else. In the else what I am writing? Number 3. What is number 3? 9. After the number 2, 15. This block is okay if your first number is smaller than remaining 2. For example, I given this is 70, this is 90. Then what will happen? 70 is less than 15? No. Your program must test in all types of variety of inputs. This block is not suitable for this because 70 is not less than 15, condition is false. So it won't execute this block. That's why you need to write another block. In another block where I am writing 17, 15, 85. Now see this content. Now in the first case I have taken the first value is small. Now I am going to take second value. Is number 2 less than number 1? Number 2 means this is number 1, this is number 3. Is number 2 less than 15 less than 70? Yes. And 15 less than 85? Yes. The both conditions are true. Then what will happen? Such the outer printer and 15 will be printed. Then come to the next step. In the next step what will be there? Now 15 is over. Then I want to take number 1 and number 3. So that's why number 1 is less than number 3. Check it. 70 is less than 85? Yes. So it will print number 1, that is 70, and number 3, 85. Here I printed the remaining 2. 1 3, here 3, here it will be 3 1, here it will be 3 1. Here it will be number 1 3, because number 1 is less than number 3, then you are going to write 1 3. In case if it is wrong, it means number 3 is small. That's why number 3 followed by number 1 you are going to write. In case if you are going to take third number is small, if number 3 less than number 1, okay, assume yes. If number 3 less than number 2, yes. The third value is less than number 1 and number 2, then come down. It will print number 3. The remaining number 1 and number 2 are there. So number 1 is less than number 2, yes. Assume if it is yes, it will print number 1, number 2. If it is false, it means number 2 is small. So number 2, number 1. This is called compound statement. When you are writing more number of statements, you must be surrounded within the braces. Here also 2 statements will be executed when condition is true. So this is called a compound statement. Okay. Now finally the program will close. So once again, this is my program. I am reading 3 numbers. Really, I don't know. Number 1 is big and number 2 is number 3 is big. I don't know, because at the time of running, I will give you 3 different numbers. That's why you need to write 3 conditions. That means is 1 is less than 2 and 3, or 2 is less than 1 and 3, and 3 is less than 1 and 3. 3 if blocks are required. The first if block is like this. If number 1 less than number 2 and number 1 less than number 3, print number 1. Whereas the remaining 2 numbers are 2 and 3. So if 2 is less than 3, print 2 followed by 3. Otherwise, print 3 followed by 2. This case is okay when first value is smaller. In case if the first value is not smaller, then write the continuation. This is the continuation program. If number 2 less than number 1, yes. Number 2 less than number 3, yes. Number 2 is small. Then the next, number 1 and number 3 will be there, so that number 1 less than number 3, then print number 1, number 3. In case, print number 3, number 1. Like in case if third number is less than number 1, third number less than number 2, then you are going to print number 3 followed by remaining 1 and 2. 1 is less than 2, 1, 2, again 2, 1. This is my program. Okay. In previous program you may observe that a very lengthy. Of course, if you gain experience, you automatically know how do we reduce the length of the program, because it is totally depending on you. You reach a goal, that means 10 kilometers of distance in 5 minutes. I will go in 15 minutes. That means the way of driving and the situations, everything will come. Previous program is okay, that is nice. When you give 3 numbers, it will print it in ascending order. But compared to previous number, the same program, arrange 3 numbers in ascending order. It means the same program. Compared to that program to this program, you will see how smart it will be. So, what my logic is, take 3 numbers A, B, C. First to compare A, B. Don't compare at a time. A is less than B and C, not the previous logic, it is another logic. Compare A and B. If A is small, put it there. If A is small, put it there. And B also will be in the same place. In case if A is greater and B is small, then interchange. That means when comparing 2 values, the small value in the first position, that's all. When you compare A, B, A is small, put it there, B will be in the same place. In case if A is greater, then interchange B value to A value to B. That means among 2, the big value will come into B. Now compare B and C. If B is greater, then put this into C, the C value into B, that is swapping. If B is already small, don't interchange. These 2 comparisons, after these 2 comparisons, you get a big value into C. Then what are the remaining? A, B. Maybe we should not say that A is very small, B is not like this, because a big value thrown to C. But remaining A, B, once again you need to check. This is the logic. What my logic is? Assume A, B, C, 5, 4, 3. I am comparing A with B. What I told to you, when comparing 2 values, the small value will be in left side, big value will be right side. In 5, 4, 5 is bigger. As I told to you, small value place this here, big value place into B. Again compare B and C. B is greater, C is smaller. So that what you are going to do? I told you always small will be first, greater will be right side. So 3 come here, 5 go there, and 4 will be as usual. That means big number, after 2 comparisons, the big value is in C. Now remaining, we should not say A is small and B is better than A, not like that. So compare again A, B, I given third one. 4 is greater than 3, yes, bring 3 here, 4 here, 5 as usual. This is the logic I am using. So see here once again, I want to take 3 numbers, here the 3 numbers I have taken. The next step, I told you compare first 2 numbers. First 2 numbers is A, B. Here my example is number 1, number 2. If number 1 greater than number 2, number 1 greater than number 2, yes. So I need swap. That means A value to B, B value to A. That's why I am using a temporary variable. Here a different temporary variable. Using the temporary variable you already know, I explained swapping. I swap the 2 variables. So that what happened? 4 will come to this place, 5 will go there. This is my first if. Leave it. Then I have to compare B and C. Now I am comparing number 2 with number 3. Yes? Number 2, number 3. Now what I am doing? Just to here compare. Here the comparison means, if number 2 is greater, means number 3 is smaller. So that swapping means number 3 will come into number 2, number 2 will come into number 3. Like this one. Like this one. I compare this 5 with 3. 5 is greater, that's why I interchange 3 here, 5 into this place. So after second, what will happen? The biggest value will go into number 3. But you should not fix it, because number 1, number 2 may not be small or big, we don't know. So that number 1 is greater than number 2, again you rewrite the same block again. Number 1 is greater than number 2, yes. Assume, in case yes, now the small will be going to number 1, greater will going to number 2. So that again we are stopping. So finally, system.out.println number 1, some gap, number 2, how I given this line, observe it, number 3. It will print it on the screen, okay. So this is my, arranging 3 numbers of big number. Compared to previous logic, it will be easy and efficient. Remember this concept, okay. Here the important thing is, both are the same. What are the previous program I given? That is also going to arrange 3 numbers in ascending order. Here also the same program will arrange 3 numbers in ascending order. Where the logic? That is smartness. Where I compared if A is small, then within the if I compared B and C. Again B is small, I compared A and C. Again if C is small, A and B I compared. So that what happened? 3 pages of program. Here it will be 2 pages. Because what I made, first compare number 1 is greater than number 2. Then I interchanged. Again I compare number 2 greater than number 3. I compare number 3 greater than number 2. So dear student, this is what is called logic. Remember, so every program there is a logic, but according to the logic you maintain the complexity. Don't increase the length of the program. Don't use too many variables. That is space complexity. That is very much important, okay. And memory complexity. The program should occupy less space, okay. So this is today's section where I explain programs. Observe the following programs. You will know automatically what way you are going to make plan to write programs in Java, okay. So thank you. Have a nice day.